Right, rejoice. Godzilla -1's Takashi Yamazaki is making another Godzilla movie. This is officially confirmed. This is absolutely amazing news. It's a no-brainer. Of course they were going to make another one. But I'm glad that they didn't just rush into it. It sounds like they genuinely had an idea and is now moving forwards with it. That's good. This is absolutely fantastic. So let's take a look, ladies and gents. Hit subscribe if you're new here, folks. So this is an article on Gizmodo. It just says, excellent news. Subjects of the King of All Monsters. Oscar-winning director. I can't believe he's an Oscar winner. I mean, I can believe he's an Oscar winner. But what a great... It was so well deserved. Takashi Yamazaki is returning to the world of Godzilla. So this morning, as Yamazaki's blockbuster record maker, Godzilla -1 returns to theatres in celebration of the 70th anniversary of the original 1954 classic, TOHO has confirmed that it has greenlit a brand new Godzilla movie with Yamazaki at the helm. As he did with -1, Yamazaki will write, direct, and supervise the VFX. So no further details were announced about the movie, including whether or not Yamazaki's new project will be a direct sequel to Godzilla -1 or a new standalone entry in the wider franchise. I would imagine it's going to be a sequel. I would imagine. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is that he obviously wrote -1 with a story in mind that could have continued. He's been quite vocal about sequels. We'll take a look at the response in a minute to the tweet. But as this article notes, -1 concluded with the titular monster seemingly killed, thanks to efforts of former kamikaze pilot Koichi Shikishima, before he could devastate post-war Japan. But it's in its final moments teased Godzilla slowly regenerating from his mortal wounds in the depths of the ocean, as well as potentially sinister reason behind the miraculous survival of Shikishima's love interest, Noriko, who Yamazaki recently revealed was actually going to perish in early drafts of the film, which I think is interesting. So again, it revealed that obviously she had like she almost had like a Godzilla scale kind of thing going on, essentially, you know, and that's why she survived the whole event. Some form of radiation sickness from Godzilla. So that, I would imagine, is going to play into it moving forward somehow, if they're going to do a follow-up. So he said the following: truth be told, the very first draft, Noriko dies. So I read it over and over again, and I thought, can we really do that to Shikishima? Yamazaki told fans at a New York Comic-Con panel last month, celebrating the 70 years of Godzilla movies. After all those journeys, all those hills and mountains he had to climb, defeating Godzilla, he'd come home, and there was no one. That would just be too tragic. It was only during filming that Yamazaki decided to place VFX markers on Hamabe's neck and decided to tease a potential dark cost to her survival in the form of a growing bruise running up her neck as she and Shikishima embrace in the film's final moments. I mean, it's kind of a bruise. It does look a bit like it would be... It looks a bit scaly, a bit... I mean, it's either just radiation sickness, right? Which ties really nicely with the atomic bomb and what people ended up kind of the tragedy behind all of that. It ties quite nicely to that, or a little bit scaly, Godzilla-y scaly. It says this: we'll have to wait to see if Yamazaki plans to do a follow-up on that, or is taking Godzilla in a new direction entirely. But he has spoken about doing sequels. He's spoken about trying to do. He spoke even about like a Hedorah, Godzilla versus Hedorah type movie as well. So who knows? He's been pretty vocal about bits and pieces. But let's take a look. Right, what's the response? I mean, people are well happy with this, obviously. We won, guys. The same team is back again for the new Godzilla movie. New bro got big budget. It doesn't need a big budget. Don't give him a big budget. He did the last movie for $12 million. He does not need it. Like, actually does not need it. Yeah, it's not... Don't do it. Literally don't. Godzilla -2 is coming. I hope so. I hope it is a sequel. To me, it is one of the best Godzilla movies ever. In my eyes, it is one of the best Godzilla movies ever made. I just think it really stands up. I mean, the VFX were fucking insane. Absolutely insane. What? Another one in the works? Looking forward to more Godzilla. What's the emergency? I'm all ears. We're so back. Yeah, people are loving it. People are really loving it. I think this is one of the best shots in the entire film. And also the just the atomic breath ray, just crazy. Absolute madness. Especially how he charges it with the dorsal plates moving up, 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 down, and then poof, lock and load. Crazy, crazy good. Everything about this film I really, really liked. Hooray, Godzilla's future movies from both TOHO and Legendary Pictures Monsterverse Godzilla movies and crossover movies with King Kong. Fantastic news. I feared we might have had to wait the better part of another decade for the next TOHO Godzilla movie. Truly, Godzilla fans are living in a new golden age right now. True. Yeah, we are actually, because they got Monarch Legacy of Monsters, season 2 of that happening. We've got a new, legendary Godzilla movie that's going to be happening as well. There's a lot going on actually. There's a lot. Godzilla will reign the multiverse with his Oscar. Just the VFX were amazing in this film. They really were. Yeah. And you know what also I'm glad about this? The other reason why I'm glad about this is Takashi Yamazaki's not been pinched by Lucasfilm. I was really worried about. Really worried about that. This is great news. Really great news. People are loving it. I mean, there's no bad news here. There's no bad news. And again, he's been teasing a lot moving forward. So I think they'd be really stupid not to do a sequel. I think they'd be really stupid to not do a sequel. Keep this design, man. Keep this design. I mean, this is Takashi Yamazaki's design. It's quite similar to... There's shades of it, which was in a previous sort of statue thing that he did before for something else, and then they hired him for this as well. Keep the design. It's an epic design. Go forward with a sequel. Let's do it. Let's move forward with the TOHO universe now. Let's go. Well, it's just deserved. Amazing stuff. So there you go. New Godzilla movie. Godzilla -1 sequel. Potentially in the works. I say sequel potentially, but definitely a follow-up from TOHO regardless. So yeah, love to know your thoughts. Drop it down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.